Hi guys, this is Aegis, and this is another game from the JHU KSA, IAC KSA StarCraft 2 2v2 tournament. This is Calc over here, and his ally is, of course, going to be Penguin. I did get a replay pack from these guys, and I guess all of the games they have will have them in it. There is Persuade and his ally Romance Dawn once again. This is Discord 4. As if regular Discord was not enough, there's a probe advancing forward. It's going to build a pylon over here, I guess. Not sure what the point of that is, but maybe it plays into the strategy a little bit. Maybe it gives some extra spotting inside the base. We'll see what's up. And there's the wall off. This ramp is quite narrow for actually being a shared base. Terran players can easily turtle up, get a big ball, and just push. And here's the probe going to be advancing forward, going to be checking out what's going on inside these bases over here, going to open up production so you guys can see everything that's going on, because it's just impossible to talk about everything that is going on. And there should be a gateway being thrown up, or a forge if he so desires. There's the gateway coming up. And an Overlord is going to be repositioning itself over here. An SCV is going to scout over there, stopping by the Zelnanga Watchtower. Going to get some vision. The probe is going to start zapping away. Will he take out that SCV? And down goes the SCV. Oh, Penguin losing his SCV so early in the game. Unhappy situation. There's Romance Dawn's happy probe. Its tasers are working today. Everyone does know. Looks like it's got 2 SCVs off mining right now. Calc going to wisely send that back to mining. There's the refinery complete, going to start mining from it from both players right now. Their barracks are also complete at the same time. This is what I'm talking about when I see Terran builds that look exactly the same. Looks like, no, again, Calc starting his barracks before getting his orbital command. And there's Romance Dawn starting to mine his gas as well. The pool and the gas up for Persuade in 2v2. You never fast expand. Unless you're me. I play 2v2 by fast expanding. There's the orbital command finally coming up. So far delayed. I don't know if this is actually some sort of strategy that someone came up with, or if this is just how they feel like playing it, getting a second barracks up faster, maybe getting a couple of extra units out. That probe is still alive. There it is, finally get taken out. We'll see if they actually saw the add-ons that were, yeah, they did see the add-ons, so they do know about the tech labs and the possibility of the same exact strategy as we saw in the last game. There's a cyber core completing for Romance Dawn, probably gonna start the warp gate research. Yes, there it is. There's another stalker coming out for Romance Dawn as well. There's the speed about halfway complete. The Overlord is still trying to get over to its final destination, the slowest flight on Earth. If you're trying to take this blip to China, it would take quite a long time. There's another, there's finally a deviation, a factory coming up. There's the Marauder's concussive shells coming up for Calc, as well as the first Marauder. More Marines getting produced. The 2 gases are up for Penguin, going to allow him to make those tanks up. And there's another barracks for Calc, so it looks like it's going to be a Marine Marauder, a tank push. And Romance Dawn is going to go for the robotics facility. No 4 warp gate this game. Going to chrono boost out a sentry. He's got his forces somewhere. There's a Zala advancing forward. Where is the stalker? It's somewhere over here. There's the stalker over here on the map. There's a link by that watchtower as well. Looks like they're going to come over here. Persuade is going to start nibbling away at that supply depot. It's going to make it 10 HP weaker when they do decide to attack and try to bust this front. The Stalker is going to back up right now. And the Zala is holding this other Zelnanga Watchtower. 2 more gateways going down. It looks like it's a 3-gate robo build. And there's the Overlord flying through in. Ping going down, going to be checking out what's going on. The Overlord could actually just move out of here right now. Looks like Calc does not even notice, not going to pull any forces back to deal with the 2 Marines over here, just kind of chilling out. They're going to let that Overlord live, leave it alone. No, they're starting to shoot it down. More Overlords being moved out on the map. Blue Flame Hellions are going to be on the way for Penguin, and Stimpack is about halfway complete for Red. Again, this is patch 1.2, so Stimpack does a research a little bit faster in this game. A medevac is also on the way for Penguin, so we're going to see some Blue Flame Hellion drops. More Zerglings are coming out onto the map. The Queen is starting to spread that creep, making her way over to the creep over here. Looks like a stalker is positioned over here to deal with any drops. Another immortal is on its way. More sentries up front. And Calc is starting to build up quite this scary army over here. The Hellions are going to be loaded up and are going to be moving forward. We'll see how much damage this does soon. An Overlord is over here, so if it decides to stray too far to the left side, it might get spotted. There's no rally point on it. It might just run straight into that Overlord. Will it? And there's the Overlord. Let's take a look at the vision. There it sees the medevac. Persuade should be able to notify his ally. Romance Dawn. There's a stalker in position already. No forces being pulled back right now. And here's the medevac going to be dropping off for Blue Flame Hellions. Cloak is on the way for those Banshees. Penguin doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Looks like Romance Dawn does not notice. There's the Hellions getting dropped. Oh man. Let's take a look at the income tab. Romance Dawn starts with 28 probes. Looks like he's gonna lose a couple, 25. The drone's getting roasted as well. Oh man, the Hellions doing tons of terrible damage over here to the drone line. Persuade is gonna drop his drone count to 28. This is not a position that a Zerg player wants to be in as of this point. There's the first Banshee already complete, and the cloaking coming up as well. Looks like they're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff here. Romance Dawn doesn't actually have an observer out in the field. Oh, he does. I have no idea where that observer is, but it should have spotted this setup over here. More Banshees are on the way. There's the Banshee moving her way out onto the map. Romance Dawn is gonna have to pull back to deal with this. The Banshee is gonna miss the Overlord this time, making sure that it does not get spotted by that. And here's the big Marine Marauder force gonna be moving through the front. See if they can distract their enemy very soon. Huge transfer of drones back into the main. The Marines and Marauders are advancing forward. Gonna come over here and see the Roaches trying to spawn. They're gonna take out this hatch basically for free, not trying to catch that Roach. That Roach does get, no, it does not get caught. There's the Broodlings getting spawned. Gonna be microing back from that. That will allow these Roaches to spawn. Banelings are on the high ground, and there's the Banshee over here trying to do lots of damage. A Banshee have 9 kills right now. Here comes the Marines and Marauders. The Banelings don't quite have speed yet. There's the Spine Crawler trying to do some poking action. The Banelings trying to pull back a little bit. The Roach is getting caught out of position. Looks like that Banshee has finally been dealt with. No, it's finally been dealt with over here. Don't know how many kills it got over there. The Banelings rolling forward, getting us surrounded. Oh, Calc losing his entire army. Romance Dawn still has a healthy number of forces. His probe count is a little bit damaged. There's Colossus on the way. Let's take a look at the income tab again. Looks like his Romance Dawn is really low on probes, as with his ally, low on workers. Despite having 2 bases, they're going to be advancing into the middle of the map. I don't know why Romance Dawn is not advancing with him. There's Sea Shanks out on the field now. Another big scary Marine Marauder push is out on the field. And the Roaches are going to catch some of these units off guard. They're going to do some micro. Looks like finally getting selected. Going to be able to kill off those Roaches. Roaches should just fight to the death right now. The Stim Pack is going to catch up to it. Looks like, oh, look at that. Romance Dawn is going to catch up to those forces. Going to be able to fry away some of those units. Does he have extended thermal lance? I have no idea. Oh, yes, he does. He will be able to utilize the 9 range of that Colossus. There are Sea Shanks on the high ground. They'd be wise to back up and probably take the gold expansion and try to just set up a contain. Maybe just take out this base. Take advantage of the fact that the tanks can't really unsiege and come out here and do that much. The Colossus getting caught out of position. Force field's going down. Great force field's going to be able to save that Colossus. Colossus on the high ground will be able to do tons of damage. The Sea Shanks now taking the chance to inch forward a little bit. The Marines and Marauders going to be pulling over here. Are they focusing the Colossus? No, they are not. Now they are. The Colossus is going to retreat to the... No, getting taken out. Marines and Marauders from Penguin going to be moving forward again. Romance Dawn is going to back up with his remaining few Stalkers. And Penguin going to pull 1 Marauder back and leave a couple of units over there. The Banshee's still out on the field. 1 kill on that Banshee right now. Probably going to go do some more harassment. There is a Stalker and an Observer over here. So we should be able to defend that. More Banelings are on their way. Infantry weapons level 1 for Red is on the way as well. More Sea Shanks, more barracks. For blue, burrow roaches are going to be out on the field real soon. There's another Colossus spawning. A forge is on its way as well. They're going to be mining out real soon. They needs to take another expansion. There it is. Here's the expansion. Totally did not notice that. And there's the Banshee yet again, going to be doing some harassment over here, forcing Romance Dawn just to have a Stalker and an Observer in his base. Probably going to be able to pick off a couple of stray buildings along the edges. Romance Dawn is going to ignore the Banshee for now, I guess. Penguin is going to uncloak and be able to use that cloak as soon as the Stalker gets over here. Great micro management by Penguin. This Observer is gonna pull back a little bit. Looks like Calc is taking a base over here as well. Everyone's finally on 2 bases in this 2v2. Forge is complete, but not trying to get any upgrades just yet. Mule's getting dropped by Penguin. Gonna be mining out this expansion very rapidly. I'd like to see the Banelings do have speed. Gonna do the surround over here. Stim going down, trying to take out those Banelings. The splashes from the Banelings gonna be taking out a couple of Marines and Marauders over there. Another stimmed force is gonna advance over to this watchtower once again. Looks like another Baneling force. Colossi. This is like the ultimate anti-ground army. Colossi, Banelings, and while everything else is just a supporting unit. However, against Sea Shanks, this could be problematic, and there are now Revens out in the field. Will be able to drop those PDDs, point defense drones, to prevent the Stalker shots. This army over here is slightly out of position. If Romance Dawn and his ally Persuaded would just move out, they could totally smash this and put Red slightly further behind. There's a transfer of SCVs to the new expansion over here, not trying to take a gold base. Actually, I would much prefer if Red took a gold base over here. It's much easier to defend, especially because of the positioning of his army. Like to see his ally also pull forward a little bit to be able to secure the center of the map. Romance Dawn and Persuade not quite trying to take any center map control whatsoever. Couple of Zerglings are just kind of running around out onto the map. Looks like the map has generally been split in half right now. The Overlords over here are chilling out. A cannon coming up over here, making sure that this expansion does not get dropped and roasted away by Hellions or blasted away by Banshees. Here comes the big scary force from Terran and Protoss. No, from Terran and Terran, I meant. There's Penguin sieging up his tanks in the middle. He should probably move to the center, maybe put his tanks over here and force the Protoss and Zerg units to kind of run around these 2 pillars. Here comes the Zerglings forward. Not sure what that was about. But more units are coming out for Persuade. There's the Roaches as well as the melee attacks level 1. Armor level 1 is on the way for both Terran players. And Romance Dawn still not quite getting any upgrades over here from his forge. No, he's got some upgrades. He should probably try to get those as soon as possible. Ping going down by Calc. He knows about that expansion. They're probably going to go try and kill that real soon. There's more Colossus spawning out. Look at that double robotics production. Very strong. Going to be able to get 5 Colossus. This is going to be huge, especially when dealing with these Marines and Marauders over here. This expansion is in grave danger. Calc is advancing forward. He's going to use that opportunity. There are burrowed Banelings over here. The Colossusing player should be moving back and forcing the player over here to kind of run over to the Banelings. Maybe even burrow the Banelings on the ramp. We'll be able to do massive amounts of damage. Looks like the drop has commenced. He'd be wise to cancel the armor level 2 right now and be able to save those minerals. Looks like no, it does not get canceled. We're going to lose that right away. Baneling's going to be rolling into this expansion, moving their way forward. The load up by the Medivacs over here, going to lose 1 Baneling. But the Medivacs will be pulling back. Looks like the advance forward is coming, and it looks like all of Red's units have been taken out in the middle. The Zerglings, the Banelings, the Roaches, the Colossi advancing forward. There's 1 Banshee in the air, has 4 kills, going to be doing tons of damage over here actually. All of Protoss's ground units have been taken out. There is a planetary fortress over here. The Colossi shooting at the wrong thing right now. Those Sea Shanks were extremely vulnerable, especially if there was any bust through the side. Romance Dawn is going to pull all the way back. There's more Roaches out on the field right now. They'd be smart to continue to attack. This could easily get busted. Just don't worry about this expansion. Bust through the front and try to take a base in the middle. They do have plenty of minerals. Looks like Penguin is going to maintain center map control. More units being spawned out right now. Looks like Protoss and Zerg are going to try to do another push shortly. Looks like they're taking expansions over here as well. Completely mined out in the main. Probably do some long distance mining from the gold as well. However, he does have plenty of money in the bank. Or no, not anymore. There, the Mutalisks advancing forward, but I don't know if there's anything that they can really do. They could probably take out that one Marine and try to pick off those medevacs from Calc. Still, Banelings over here. I don't quite like this right now. They're allowing the Terran players all the time in the world to rebuild all of their forces, maybe even get better positioning on the tanks. There comes a couple of drones going to be transferring over to this new expansion over here as well. This Nexus over here is about to complete. The Colossi still coming out onto the field. Ground weapons level 2 is about to be finished. There's a ping going down. There's a couple of Zerglings, Roaches advancing forward. Those Marauders are, I don't know why he's pulling back. Persuade, just eat up those Marauders. It'll be completely okay. Looks like they're advancing forward again. Looks like Red is going to be caught off guard over here at this Zelnaga Watchtower again. Gonna get roasted away by those Colossi. We'll see if they engage at the right angle. Here comes the Roaches advancing forward. Gonna draw the Marines and Marauders into the fire of the Colossi. Those are the Banshees in the air, not quite able to deal the damage, or they are. There's no detection over here whatsoever. Gonna be moving along this flank over here. Penguin is gonna be advancing forward with Marines and Marauders, as well as a couple of Banshees. The Colossi are gonna advance to the high ground. They should turn around and try to do some damage right now. The Marines and Marauders are coming around this backside, and down goes the Colossi. I don't like this positioning for these Colossi at all. Looks like the Banshees over here are free to do the damage. The Colossi all getting taken out, and this might be the end of the yellow Zerg and the purple Protoss. Penguin here banking 3,000 minerals as ally. Calc not banking as many. He's been throwing away a lot more units. There's a cloaked ghost advancing forward. He does have a nuke. It's going to be coming over here. Going to be picked off. There's a Dark Templar out in the field. The battle of the cloaked. Looks like that is going to get away. No, it does not get away. There's a Dark Templar over there doing tons of damage to the Marines and Marauders. The Baneling is going to be unburrowing and moving over here, going to get some big splashes off on that army. Dark Templars continuing to advance forward and do plenty of damage over here. The Mutalisks also flying in there, uncontested. Roaches coming over here as well. All of these medevacs are going to get picked off by those Mutalisks. Penguin is massing up a humongous force. He's going to be advancing forward. Is there anything that can be done by the Protoss and the Zerg player? Does not look like it. They don't have that many units out in the field. Let's just look at the food counts. 100 food for Zerg, and his ally doesn't even have anything over here. Here comes Penguin advancing forward. No Banelings to deal with this. Persuade calls GG, and this game is over. It does go to Calc and Penguin.